రికార్డింగ్ స్టార్ట్ అయిపోయింది మాట్లాడుతుంది
ఇక్కడ వస్తుందా
వీడియో
స్టార్ట్ అయిందా?
ఇది లైవ్ చాట్ అది మాట్లాడడానికి కొంచెం నీట్గా ఉన్నట్టు ఉంటుంది కానీ నువ్వు చెప్పింది ఆడ వాళ్ళకి ఇష్టం టెక్నాలజీ. ఇక్కడ ఎంతమంది ఉన్నారు తెలుసుకోవచ్చు. 2 మెంబర్స్ ఉన్నారు.
ఎవరు రాలేదు ఇంకా.
మనం మాట్లాడుతున్నాం. ఎవరైనా ఒకరు వస్తే మనం మాట్లాడుతున్నాం. ఒకరు వస్తే ఇంకా థర్డ్ కూడా
Can you listen my voice? Somebody has come now. Can you listen my voice? You can message in the chat box. Can you listen my voice, students? If you can, you just okay. So is everything okay? Can you see? Can you see whatever I am presenting there? If it is okay, after 5 minutes I will start the class. Let us wait for some time for some more students, then I will start it. Okay, 5 members joined. Let us see. Let us wait for 3 to 4 minutes, then we will start the class. Okay. Still I did not start anything. We will start it. Let some students gather here. After that we will start. Okay, ma. So let us wait for a few more minutes because only 4 are there. Total 5, 5 are there. Once you confirm whether anyone will join or not, if they are not going to join, I will explain. I will start. Just message in the WhatsApp so that we will come to know whether anyone will join or not. Otherwise, I will start. కొంచెం ఇంక్రీజ్ చేయొచ్చు. Okay, ma. Total 8 members are there. Still anyone will come? Shall we wait or shall we start? Okay, then let us start. Let us start it then. If others are not going to come, let us start. Okay, let me start, ma. So, here I want to discuss with you today income tax topic, that is income from house property. So, what is this income from house property? Actually, in income tax, whenever we want to calculate tax for any individual, there are total 5 heads of income. So total 5 heads of incomes are there. Okay, so first income from salary, next one is income from house property, and next one is income from business or profession, next income from capital gains, and the last one is income from other heads. Okay, in total there are 5 heads of incomes. So these 5 heads of incomes problems are there in your syllabus. Okay, and here first actually income from salary. Income from salary means what? Income from salary means if any individual works anywhere, he gets some salary. Okay, every year he gets some amount of salary, and that will come under tax category. So he has to pay tax on that, whatever salary he earned during the previous year period. So he has to pay tax on that. And next income from house property. Income from house property means here assessee may have income house, okay, and he may get income from the house, and those houses, whatever houses that he owns, and whatever income or rent that he gets from those houses, that if it is more than the exemption limit under tax category, he has to pay tax on that. Okay, that is known as income from house property. So here income from house property problems and the discussion we are going to discuss now. And third category of income is income from business or profession. So in case of income from business or profession, actually if anyone is doing any business, he gets some profit. Okay, he has to pay tax for that. And that how to calculate that we will learn in another chapter. That is income from business or profession. And next head of income is income from capital gains. So income from capital gains means if any asset, he is having one asset, he is selling that asset, and while after selling that he will receive some amount, and that amount actually he is going to see whether out of that he get profit or loss. If he get profit, we call it as capital gain. If it is loss, it is we can call it as capital loss. If he gets capital gain, tax should be paid. Okay, so how to calculate income from capital gain, that we will learn in income from capital gain chapter. So that is the other thing. Okay, hope this is clear for everyone. And next last one is fifth head of income is income from other sources. Income from other sources means all the incomes which actually does not come under this, all first four categories will come under income from other source. Okay, so we are going to discuss all those now one by one, but today we are going to discuss income from house property problems. Let us discuss what actually income from house property problems are. Okay, so let us see here. Income from house property, I already discussed with you what is income from house property just now. If one individual person is having own house and he actually has given that house on rental basis, then he will get some income out of that. Okay, whatever rent he is receiving every month, so that is income for him. And every year, during particular year, in a year 12 months are there. Okay, total in 1 year how much rent or how much income he is collecting out of that, that is actually comes under tax category if that exceeds the exemption limit. So here income from house property means the income whatever assessee is getting out of his house, out of his own house. Okay, that should be calculated here. And if you want to do problems under income from house property, so the discussion what actually I am going to discuss, that is very very important. If you know that, easily you can solve everything. And today I will discuss solutions for problems also. And here I am going to start the problem part as well as the topic which is actually very important to solve the problem. Let us go into the discussion now. So income from house property, to calculate that, house property is divided into two categories. One is let out house and second one is self-occupied house. Okay, so if we want to calculate income from house property of one assessee, we have to divide the houses into two types. One is let out house, second one is self-occupied house. You can see here on the screen I have given house property is divided into two types, let out house and self-occupied house. What is let out house? Let out house means he is the owner of the house, he has given that house on rental basis to other. So he is collecting monthly rent from the house. Okay, we can call that house as a let out house, because in case of let out house, calculation part is different, and in case of other houses, calculation part is different. Okay, so first house property is what? In let out house. So how to calculate income from house property in case of let out house, that we will discuss today. And second one is self-occupied house. Self-occupied house means it is a house where actually he is staying. It is his own house and he is staying in his own house. He is not giving on rental basis. Then we will call it as self-occupied house. Okay, in case of self-occupied houses, how to calculate income from house property, that also we will learn. There are so many problems and we are going to learn that also. Now here we are going to learn first regarding let out house property. We will discuss problems under let out house property now today. Okay, so if you want to do anything, income from house property calculation or any calculation here, like income from business, income from salary, there is a format to calculate house property as per Indian Income Tax Act 1961. So we should follow all the rules and regulations which are laid down in the Act, Indian Income Tax Act 1961. So let us go and discuss how to calculate income from house property under let out house. Let us go and discuss now. Okay, now we are moving to let out house. Here I have given that let out house, self-occupied houses. Two houses are there. If you want to calculate house property of an individual person. So first we are going to let out house and we will look into that and we are going to solve problems under let out house. Let us go and discuss now. So this is a let out house format. If you want to calculate income from house property of any assessee, in case of let out house means what? It is a house which is owned by him but he is giving on rental basis to another person. So every month he is collecting rent out of that. So that is known as let out house. In case of let out house, how to calculate income from house property as per Indian Income Tax Act 1961. Let us discuss that. Okay. So here you have to observe only the middle part. Okay. So side one, these all you need not to check, just income from house property slide and this format you can watch it. Okay, so you can see here, this is a format that actually what is appearing on the screen. Particulars, amount columns, these are the columns we are going to draw whenever we calculate let out house property income. Particulars, amount columns, and next we have to write one by one all the items. What is the first item that we are going to record when we calculate this let out house income from house property? Gross annual value. You can see here, this is a gross annual value. I will show gross annual value now. So first item is gross annual value. Okay, GAV, short form is GAV. Okay, short form is GAV. This is a gross annual value and that should be written first, and we will put amount in the amount column. Okay, so next less municipal taxes. We are going to deduct municipal taxes from gross annual value. You may get a doubt, will they give gross annual value in the question? No, they won't give gross annual value in the question. We have to find it out. We should find out the gross annual value. Okay, so how to find out? There is a procedure for that to find out the gross annual value. I will tell that also now. So after finding out gross annual value, that is GAV, we will put amount, GAV amount here in the amount column. Okay, and from gross annual value we are going to deduct municipal taxes. What we are going to deduct? We are going to deduct municipal taxes. So municipal taxes amount will be given in the question. But you have to remember one point, very very important point. Municipal taxes, if it is paid by the assessee, then only you deduct here. Otherwise we should not allow it as a deduction. If it is due, if municipal taxes are due, don't give us deduction. Okay, if municipal taxes are due by the assessee, don't give us deduction. You should not write here. You write less municipal taxes, but in amount column you should not record the amount. Hope this is clear. So if you want to write the amount and if you want to deduct municipal taxes from GAV, it should be paid compulsorily by the assessee. Only whenever it is paid, then only we will give as deduction. Otherwise we don't allow it as deduction. Hope this is clear for everyone. So first we are going to write gross annual value, that is known as GAV. So they don't give GAV in the question. We have to find out the GAV. And next, municipal taxes should be deducted. But what is the rule for municipal taxes? It should be paid by the assessee. If it is due, don't give us deduction here. Okay, you should check it. If nothing is mentioned in the question, we can assume that it is paid and we can give as deduction here. Next, if we deduct municipal taxes from gross annual value, we will get one amount ma. I have shown here. Okay, we will get one amount. This is known as net annual value. We can call it as net annual value. And net annual value other name is NAV. Okay, what is the other name for net annual value? We can also call it as NAV. So we will call it as NAV. Okay, we will call it as NAV in short form. I will write here, you can see. Okay, so short form of this is what? NAV. We can also call net annual value as NAV. So how we will get that NAV? Whenever we deduct municipal taxes, if we deduct municipal taxes from GAV, from gross annual value, then we will get the NAV. Okay, suppose gross annual value is 10,000 and if municipal taxes are 500, we get 9,500. That is NAV, net annual value. So after that, from net annual value, we are going to give some deductions as per Income Tax Act 1961. So what are those deductions? Deductions under section 24. We are going to give deductions under section 24. Okay, so these are the deductions that we are going to give under section 24. And how many deductions are there? 2 deductions are there. One is standard deduction under section 24A. I mentioned here down. Okay, and second one is interest on loan under section 24 subsection B. These are compulsory deductions that we have to deduct from net annual value. After net annual value, we are going to give deductions. We are going to deduct deductions under which section? 24. And how many deductions are there? 2 deductions are there. One is standard deduction under section 24A and second one is interest on loan under section 24B. These are 2 deductions. So we should mention in the amount column those 2 deductions. Okay, and what is the standard deduction here? How much percentage we should allow? What is the rule for that? Remember, always standard deduction is 30% on NAV. So standard deduction is how much? 30% on NAV. So whatever NAV we get here, okay, whatever NAV we get here, on that we should calculate 30%. Then we will get standard deduction. Okay, standard deduction is how much? Always 30% on NAV. And we can also call standard deduction as statutory deduction. It is also called as a statutory deduction. Standard deduction, statutory deduction, both are same. And how much percentage? 30% on NAV. Always here whenever we give deduction, that is standard deduction under section 24A, it is 30% on NAV. Hope this is clear. And next deduction is interest on loan under section 24B. How much it is? Interest on loan is always, that will be given in the question. So that we will take here and we are going to write here and we are going to deduct those 2. Then we will get income from house property. So interest on loan under section 24B, how can we allow that as a deduction? What is that actually? Suppose assessee, he purchased a house by taking one loan from bank. Then he has to pay interest for that. So that interest is given as deduction. Okay, that interest is known as interest on loan and that will be given as deduction under section 24. Okay, interest on loan under section 24. B. Sections 24 and subsection B. Okay, so how we are going to give deduction? It will be given in the question. We are going to take that amount and we will allow here as deduction. If they give 30,000, we write 30,000 here. And here one point you have to remember. Interest on loan can be given as deduction even that interest is due. Okay, even he is paying that or it is due, then also we can allow as deduction. So interest on loan can be given as deduction here on due basis also. even is paying or not paying, but if it is there in the question, we will give as deduction. But in case of municipal taxes, what I told, in case of municipal taxes, what I told, that if municipal taxes are due, don't give as deduction. If municipal taxes are due, don't give as deduction. Okay, so that should be paid compulsorily. In case of municipal taxes, those will not be allowed as deduction on due basis, but interest on loan under section 24B can be allowed as a deduction on due basis also. If he is paying, then also we will allow as deduction. If he is not paying, if it is due, then also we will give as deduction. So if we deduct these two, what to standard deduction under section 24A, interest on loan under section 24B. If we deduct these two from NAV, okay, from NAV, we will get one value that is known as income from house property. We will call it as income from house property. Hope this is clear. If suppose the amount whatever we are getting at the end, that is negative amount, we call it as loss from house property. If it is positive amount, we will call it as income from house property. Hope this is clear for everyone. So this is the format that we are going to use whenever we calculate income from house property for let out houses. And on the top compulsorily we should give heading. What heading? Always this heading is same for all the problems, that is computation of income from house property of Mr. Name should be recorded here. Okay, in dash name of the assessee, whatever name is mentioned in the question, that will be taken here for the assessment year 2024-25. So our present assessment year is 2024 and 25. So we are going to write the assessment year. This is the same heading that we are going to follow for every problem, but here we are going to write name of the person after Mr. So the name whatever is mentioned in the question, that will be taken here. Remaining heading is same for every problem. Hope this is clear. Let us move and discuss one question. But before discussing that, I should give one clarity regarding how to calculate GAV. I told that gross annual value will not be given in the question. Okay, so gross annual value will not be given, but we have to find the gross annual value. How to find out gross annual value? Let us go and see what is the procedure for finding out the gross annual value. So I will show what is the procedure. So this is the procedure for calculation of GAV. GAV means what? Gross annual value. So there are 3 steps to find out gross annual value. Okay, so always we have to follow 3 steps. Step 1. What is step 1? Higher of the following 2 is taken as ERV. Okay, so higher of the following 2. Here whatever we have, first one, second one, whatever we have, these 2, higher of the following these 2 will be taken as GAV. Here whatever we have, what we have, first one is municipal rental value. Okay, second one is fair rental value. So out of these 2, which is highest one, that will be taken as ERV. ERV means what? Expected rental value. Okay, so municipal rental value means MRV. What is a municipal rental value short form? MRV. So MRV is a municipal rental value short form, and we are going to write municipal rental value in short form here. I will show. MRV. Short form of municipal rental value is MRV. Okay, and what is the short form of fair rental value? Second one, that is FRV. Okay, FRV is the short form for fair rental value. And here what we have to do is, we have to take these 2 values, MRV and FRV, that will be given in the question, and we should record here. Okay, municipal rental value means the rent fixed by the municipality. Everyone have house, and if the house is owned by the assessee, we have some value for the, we fix some value for the house, but that is not taken as municipal rental value. Municipality, where actually our house is located, that municipality fixes some rent for our house, that is known as municipal rental value. That will be given in the question. Okay, rent fixed by the municipality, otherwise municipal rental value, that will be given in the question. So we have to take that from the question and we should record here in the place of MRV. Okay, municipal rental value, and suppose that is 60,000. Next, fair rental value we will take. Fair rental value also will be given in the question. Fair rental value, short form is FRV. Okay, so FRV, fair rental value, means what? Rent of similar house. Rent of similar house means if in the same locality we have one house and other person also is having similar house, okay, then what actually is the rent of that particular similar house? That is known as fair rental value. Fair rental value means rent of a similar house. Okay, so our house is there in one place and other person is also having similar house in that place. So what rent actually he is collecting from that house? That is known as fair rental value. Fair rental value means rent of a similar house, and it is known as in short form FRV. So that also will be given in the question. We have to take it here and we should check which is highest one. Suppose MRV is 60,000, FRV is 50,000. Which is highest? 60,000. So 60,000 is taken as expected rental value. We will call it as expected rental value. Okay, 60,000 will be taken as what? Expected rental value. Hope this is clear for everyone. Okay, we will take here expected rental value, which is highest above 2. Okay, first 2, 1, 2, municipal rental value, fair rental value. Out of these two, which is highest, that will be taken as ERV. ERV means expected rental value. Hope this is clear. And let us move to step 2. After finding out ERV, we should go to step 2. And these steps are required for what? For calculation of GAV. If you want to calculate GAV, we should follow 3 steps compulsorily. So let us go to step 2. Step 2 is least of the following 2 is taken as adjusted ERV. So we are going to call least of the following 2. So least of the following 2 is taken as what? Adjusted ERV. So what are those 2 then? First one is expected rental value. First one is what? Expected rental value. Okay, and second one is standard rental value. So what are these two actually? Expected rental value and standard rental value. Expected rental value means it is a rent, okay, that actually we calculated in the previous step. You see, in the previous step we have expected rental value, that is the answer in the first step. So in the first step what we found out? Expected rental value, that is known as what? ERV. I will show short form of that. Okay, that is known as ERV. So in the second step we are writing first that only. First point is what? ERV only, expected rental value. So that is answer in the first step. That will become first point in the second step. Hope this is clear for everyone. Whatever we found out in the first step, that answer will be taken in step 2 as first item. Next is standard rental value. Standard rental value short form is SRV. Okay, standard rental value short form is SRV, and we are going to record that. But where it is available, it will be given in the question mark. Okay, it will be available in the question. We will take that SRV here, standard rental value. Standard rental value means rent fixed by the Rent Control Act. That will be available in the question. Then we can take here and we should see which is least out of these two. Okay, whatever is least, that will be taken as adjusted ERV. We will take adjusted ERV here. Okay, which one we will take as adjusted ERV? We will take adjusted ERV as what? The least one. Okay, if ERV is least, we will take ERV as adjusted ERV. If SRV is least, we will take SRV as a adjusted ERV. Hope this is clear for everyone. Okay, so here after finding out adjusted ERV, we have to move to the next step, step 3. But second step, remember this point, step 2 we are going to do only if standard rental value is given in the question. SRV, if SRV is available in the question, then only we will go to step 2. If standard rental value is not given in the question, because in few questions it is not available, then we don't go to step 2. after step 1 we will directly go to step 3. Okay, hope this is clear. Remember this point. So step 1 we always do while calculating GAV. We will do step 2 only if standard rental value is available in the question. If standard rental value is not available in the question, we don't go to step 2. Okay, after step 1 we will go to step 3 only. Hope this is clear. Remember this point. Okay, so suppose if standard rental value is given, we go to step 2 and we will find out adjusted ERV, then we will move to step 3. So what is step 3 here? Higher of the following two is taken as GAV. Okay, so under that whatever two items are given, higher of those two we will take it as GAV, gross annual value. This only we are going to find out, gross annual value, that we are going to find out only in the third step. So if you want to find out GAV, first step is compulsory, second step is compulsory if standard rent is given in the question, and we will go to third step also, and then only we will find out gross annual value. Okay, so under this how many items are there? First one is adjusted ERV. First one is adjusted ERV, and second one is what? Second one is actual rental value. So actual rental value, other name, short name is ARV. So that will be given in the question. Okay, this actual rental value means rent collected by the assessee actually from the tenant, that is known as actual rental value, ARV. So ARV is available in the question, always it will be given. And next, adjusted ERV means what? Adjusted ERV means actually that is the answer that we are getting from the step 2. Okay, we get from step 2 what? Adjusted ERV only. No, in step 2 we find out adjusted ERV, that we will take in step 3 as first item. Okay, so whatever answer in the first step we get, this is ERV, we will write in the second step as first item, and whatever answer we are getting in second step, adjusted ERV is the answer in second step, that we will take as first item in the third step. Hope this is clear for everyone. Okay, so let us go and discuss. If you understand this, let us go and discuss one question as well as solution. Hope this is clear for everyone. So actually we should follow whenever we do any problem under income from house property. First of all we should see which house it is, let out house or self-occupied house. Let out house means he actually gives the house on rental basis. Okay, that is known as let out house. If he himself stays in the house, then we will call it a self-occupied house. We should see first in the question which kind of house it is. So I am discussing now let out house calculation. Okay, already I discussed a format. This is a format that we should remember. Heading we should remember, computation of income from house property of Mr. That person name should be taken for the assessment year 2024 and 25. And next we should know GAV calculation. Okay, so this is GAV calculation. We should know this. If we know these two and few rules, then we can easily solve the solution of income from house property, that is under let out house. Okay, let us go and discuss one question and let us solve it. Okay, so now we are going to solve one problem. So this question actually I have taken from income tax textbook H. Premraj. Okay, hope everyone is following same thing. So those who are following other textbooks, you can also, this is useful because H. Premraj is famous textbook for income tax. So this problem will be useful for everyone. Let me discuss this. This is the first question in that. So let me discuss question. Understand the question, then it will become easy for you. Here on 1st April 2023, Sri Bhupesh is the owner of a house. So Bhupesh is one assessee. So Bhupesh is one assessee. He is owner of one house. Okay. So Bhupesh is one assessee. He is owner of one house. He is owner of one house which is let out. Let out. Let out means it is a let out house. So we should follow the format what I explained just now to calculate income from house property. Okay, so it is let out house. Clearly they mentioned Bhupesh is a assessee and he is owner of the house. And what kind of house it is? Let out house. Okay, and he actually let out that house to whom? To Sri Mohan Lal. So who is the tenant here? Mohan Lal. Bhupesh is giving that house on rental basis to Mohan Lal on a monthly rent of 7,500. So what is the monthly rent here? 7,500. Okay, so monthly rent is 7,500. So monthly rent means every month he is collecting 7,500, and in 1 year how many months are there? 12 months. So this is the actual rent. So if you want to get actual rental value, ARV, we should multiply 7,500 by 12, then we will get ARV. Hope this is clear for everyone. Okay, I'll write all this here. So that you will understand in a better way. Okay, you can see now. I will write it here. ARV. ARV means what? Actual rental value. So ARV is how much here? It is 7,500 is collecting, and into 12 we will do into 12, because in 1 year how many months we have? 12 months. So total how much we will get? 7,500 into 12. So 90,000. 90,000 is the actual rental value that he is collecting during the previous year. Hope this is clear for everyone. Okay, so next let us go to question. After this we will go to question and we will discuss remaining question. Okay, ARV we came to know and we took from the question. And next here what he is doing? He is giving that house on rental basis for 7,500 rupees. It is fine, that is actual rental value, and received 3 months advance. Okay, so he is receiving 3 months advance rent and 12,000 rupees as deposit. So if he takes any advance rent or any deposits from the tenant, we don't take in the income from house property calculation, because at the time of tenant is leaving, he will return it again back to the tenant. That is why we don't take this into calculation. This is just advance. If he takes any advance, we don't take, but every month whatever rent he is taking, that is very important for us. Okay, so these amounts we are going to ignore. Next, the municipal rental value. So municipal rental value means what? MRV. I discussed with you just now. So MRV is what? 60,000 per annum. So MRV is given for 1 year. Again don't multiply by 12. So MRV is given for 1 year. We will calculate it and we will record here. MRV is how much? It is 60,000. Okay, municipal rental value is how much? It is 60,000. So let us record that. I am writing here MRV. MRV means what? Municipal rental value. It is how much? 60,000 per annum. So don't multiply again by 12, because 60,000 is given for 1 year. So again you need not to multiply. Then you may get a doubt, why we multiplied ARV by 12 then? Because that is given for 1 month. So we into 12 we did to get 1 year actual rental value. Hope this is clear for everyone. Let us go to question again. So in question again what happened here? And rent of similar building. Rent of similar building. Rent of similar building means FRV. I told you all, rent of similar building means it is nothing but FRV. Fair rental value. Remember that. Rent of similar building means fair rental value. So fair rental value is how much? 8,000. 8,000 per month. Okay. So again this also we should multiply by 12, because we should take for 1 year. So let us go and record that also here. FRV. FRV means fair rental value, means rent of similar building. How much they have given here? 8,000 per month. So 8,000 into 12. We will do 8,000 into 12. So how much we will get? 8,000 into 12, that is 96,000. Okay, so 96,000 is FRV. Hope this is clear. These three we took from the question because for calculation of GAV these three are very very important. Let us go and check the question. So in the question again what they have given, they gave some other information also. What is that? Let us check it. So here Sri Bhupesh incurs the following expenses. Okay, so whatever expenses he may incur, we are not bothered about that, but municipal taxes, interest on loan, those all are very very important for us because we are going to take in income from house property calculation. So check here, municipal taxes. Municipal taxes how much ma? 6,000. And I told one point while discussing format, municipal taxes should be paid compulsorily. If it is due, don't give us deduction. Okay, if nothing is mentioned in the question, we can assume that it is paid off. So municipal taxes 6,000 ma, they did not mention anything here in the question regarding whether that is paid or due, then we can assume that that is paid. If municipal taxes are paid, then we can give as deduction there in the calculation of house property. Okay, municipal taxes how much? 6,000. And next, insurance. Insurance we don't take anywhere in the income from house property calculation. We can ignore that. Interest on loan taken to construct the house. This is important because that is a deduction under section 24B. And I told you, even it is due, we can allow as deduction. And if it is paid also, we can give as deduction. Okay, so it is how much here? 15,000 rupees. So it is 15,000 rupees. Ground rent. Ground rent we don't take anywhere in the account, here in the format while calculating income from house property. Repairs also we don't take anywhere. So remaining all we don't take anywhere. We need municipal taxes, interest on loan. Okay, those two are very very important. Collection charges also we don't take anywhere. Then why they are giving? To confuse us, because the person, the assessee is incurring, so they will give information regarding all those, but we should not consider while calculating income from house property. We should take municipal taxes and interest on loan to construct the house or to purchase the house. Okay, so here two are available. Municipal taxes 6,000 and interest on loan taken to construct the house is 15,000. We will take those two into account while calculating income from house property. And next, compute income from house property for the current assessment year. They are asking us to calculate income from house property. So let us do calculation of that. We will go to calculate that. Let us go there. So whenever you want to calculate income from house property, you should follow the format compulsorily. Whatever format I have given, that should be followed. Okay, you should follow that compulsorily. Then only you can do that. So income from house property, what kind of house it is? Let out house. Okay, and let out house, so heading should be given always. Computation of income from house property of Mr. What is the name here? Mr. Bhupesh. So we will write name of the person here. Instead of dash, we will mention the name of the person. What is the name of the person? Mr. Bhupesh. For the assessment year 2024-25. So this is a heading that we should write on the top of the format. Always for every problem, this is a heading. Only name is going to change. Next, we should draw columns, particulars, amount, and we should record all the amounts in the proper places and we should solve it. Okay, this is a format that I explained at the beginning of the class. We are going to follow the same format here. See, first item is gross annual value. What is a short form of gross annual value? GAV. I told already. So, how we get GAV? Will they give in question? No, they don't give in the question. Then how we have to calculate the gross annual value. How to calculate? There are 3 steps for calculation of gross annual value. Let us go and calculate that also. So calculation of GAV. So how many steps are there? In total 3 steps are there for calculation of GAV. Okay, but first step, what is the first step? Higher of the following 2 is taken as ERV. ERV means expected rental value. So what is the first one? Municipal rental value, MRV. How much it is? You see, I already calculated from the question. What is MRV here? MRV is 60,000. So we should take 60,000 in the place of MRV. Okay, because 60,000 is given in the question. I just have discussed the question and I have written all the values here. So 60,000 is MRV. Let us go and write in the place of MRV. 60,000. Okay. Next, second one is fair rental value. Fair rental value means FRV, rent of similar house. How much is that for this problem? Check here, FRV. How much it is? 96,000. You can see 96,000. So I will write 96,000 in the place of FRV. Okay. So let us go to FRV, fair rental value. It is 96,000. Now you tell me what they have given in step 1 first. Higher of the following two should be taken. We should select higher of the two. Okay. First, MRV is 60,000, FRV is 96,000. You only tell me which is highest one. 96,000 only is highest one. So we are going to select 96,000 as ERV. So whatever is highest of these two, that will be taken as ERV. So here highest one is what? 96,000. Okay, that only we will take as answer in the step 1. What is the answer name here? Expected rental value, that is ERV. So we will take 96,000 in the place of ERV. Okay, so that is answer. I will highlight this also. I will change the color of that so that you will understand. That is highest, we are going to select that. So how you will write? You can, whatever is highest one, you can circle it in your notes. Okay, so first you have to write these two values. You can't highlight in the notes. No, what you have to do is you have to circle the highest one. Okay, 96,000 rupees. One circle should be drawn around 96,000 rupees. Okay. Then in the next step, expected rental value, ERV, that is what? 96,000. That is the answer in the first step. Hope this is clear for everyone. Let us go to step 2. I told you all, we will do step 2 only if standard rental value is available in the question. If standard rental value is not available in the question, we don't write, we don't go to step 2. Okay. So do we have standard rental value in the question? No, I discussed complete question with you. There is no SRV. Okay, so standard rental value is not given anywhere in the complete question. Then we are not going to get the standard rental value from the question. Then we are not going to do step 2. If standard rental value is not given in the question, step 2 is not required. Step 2 we will take into account only if standard rental value is given. Okay, so now let us go to our calculation. Now do we need step 2? We don't require step 2. Okay, so I am deleting here. But whenever you need a step 2, you have to do that calculation also. But for this problem, step 2 is not required. Why it is not required? Because SRV means standard rental value, that is not given in the question. That is why we don't need step 2 here. Okay, if standard rental value means rent fixed by the Rent Control Act. If that is available in the question, it is must to do step 2. We should not go to step 3 without doing step 2. Whenever SRV is available, you have to do step 2 compulsorily. Now step 2 is not required in this problem. I am deleting that. Okay. Now we are going to step 3 only. Now we will go to step 3. Okay, what is step 3? Higher of the following two is taken as GAV. So higher of the two. So down whatever two we mentioned, highest amount of the out of the two we will take as what? Gross annual value. Okay, so but we don't, what is the first one here? Adjusted ERV. But adjusted ERV we get only if we have second step. We did not do second step in this problem. Then we have only first step. Okay, what is the answer in the first step? Expected rental value. So that only will be taken as first item in the step 3. Okay, so here we will take expected ERV only. not adjusted ERV, only ERV. ERV means what? Expected rental value. I will take that only. If second step we have, whenever we have second step, no, that time we can take adjusted ERV in the third step as first item. If second step is not there, in the first place, in third step we will take first step answer, that is ERV, expected rental value. Okay, hope this is clear for everyone. So what is the short form of this ERV, expected rental value, ERV? Okay, that is available in brackets. So will they give in the question? No, this is available in our calculation only. So in the first step, answer is what? Expected rental value, ERV, that we will take here. How much it is? 96,000. Okay, so it is 96,000, we will take that here. And next, actual rental value. Actual rental value, that is the second point, that is available in the question mark, ARV, actual rental value. Actual rent, how much actually assessee is collecting. Okay, I already have taken here. While reading question, while discussing question, I have written all the values here. You can see ARV, actual rental value is how much? Is collecting 7,500 rent every month. So in 1 year, how many months are there? 12 months. 7,500 into 12, 90,000. So these all ARV, MRV, FRV, SRV, these all we should take for 1 year compulsorily while calculating GAV. So 90,000 is ARV. Let us go to this step and let us record 90,000. Okay, now you tell me what actually they have given here in step 3. Higher of the following two is taken as GAV. So highest one out of these two will be taken as GAV. So what is the highest one here? 96,000 or 90,000? It is 96,000. That is highest one out of the two. So we should select 96,000 only, because our rule is what? Higher of the following two is taken as GAV. Okay, so highest one we are going to take here. So what is the highest one? 96,000. In your notes is you have to circle 96,000. Okay, here I will change the color of 96,000. But how you are going to do? You are going to circle the amount whatever you are going to select. 96,000 we are going to select. So you can draw a circle. But here I am changing the color of that, whatever I am selecting. Okay, so I will change the color of that. So 96,000. Now we are going to select 96,000 because our rule is highest one should be selected, and out of these two, highest one is 96,000. We are selecting that and we are naming it is what? That is gross annual value. Now we found out gross annual value. Okay, so this is a big step in house property, let out house property calculation, finding out gross annual value. And students, remember, sometimes in short questions they will give you calculation of GAV also in the examination. So this is how you are going to do calculation of GAV in short questions. Okay, so everyone have to remember this, because in short questions for 4 marks you will get sometimes GAV calculation in the final examination. Hope this is clear. Let us move to our format and let me record the values. What is the gross annual value that we actually selected? That is how much? 96,000 is a gross annual value. I will record that in the format. Okay, I am changing all these XX. So I am writing values here, 96,000. That is a gross annual value what we calculated for this problem. Hope this is clear for everyone. Okay, so next, second, next item is less municipal taxes. So municipal taxes should be deducted now. And we should know whether they have given municipal taxes in the question or not. I discussed with you that while discussing question, I told that what I told, one rule for municipal taxes. This is a question. So municipal taxes are given in the question. You can see here. Municipal taxes are given in the question. These are municipal taxes. Okay, how much? 6,000. 6,000 are the municipal taxes which are given in the question. So we are going to take municipal taxes in our solution. But whenever you are going to write municipal taxes, you should know one point, that is, Income Tax Act says that if municipal taxes are paid by the assessee, then only give there as deduction. Otherwise, don't give deduction while calculating house property calculation. Okay, so if municipal taxes are due, then don't give as deduction. But here municipal taxes are not due. How can we know? They did not give that it is due. Okay, so we can assume that it is paid off. Then we can record in the format. Okay, the calculation of that income from house property, we can record that there. So municipal taxes, how much they have given here? It is 6,000. We will record 6,000 here. $6,000 and deduct 6,000 from 96,000. How much we will get? We will get 90,000. So 90,000 is known as net annual value. We can name 90,000 as what? Net annual value. Short form of net annual value is what? NAV. Okay, so this is the answer actually. NAV is a answer, not answer, complete answer. After deducting municipal taxes from gross annual value, whatever we get, that should be named as a net annual value. Okay, so that is how much here? 90,000. And after this, some more steps are there to calculate income from house property. Let us see what are those. Less deductions under section 24. Okay, how many deductions are there? 2 deductions. First one is standard deduction under section 24 ma. Always that is how much percentage? 30% on NAV. I told you while discussing format in the beginning of this class that always it is how much percentage? 30% on NAV. So what is our net annual value? What is our NAV? 90,000. So we should calculate 30% on that. Okay, so then we are going to get standard deduction. So 90,000 into 30%. Okay, 30% means 30 by 100. You can write in that way also. So how much we are going to get? You should check it. 90,000 into 30 by 100. It is 27,000. I will record 27,000 here. Okay, so if you do this, how much you are going to get? 27,000. So we will record that 27,000 here in the amounts, in the amount column. So 27,000 is what? That is standard deduction. Hope everyone understood how we are going to calculate this standard deduction. How to calculate standard deduction? Always that is 30%. For every problem it is 30% only, on which we are going to calculate 30% on NAV. Okay, always we should calculate on NAV. Okay, so whatever NAV we get in the solution, so on that we are going to calculate 30%. Okay, 30% is given by Income Tax Act only. So the 30% we are going to calculate as standard deduction on NAV. Okay, standard deduction also is known as statutory deduction under section 24A, subsection A, that will be allowed as deduction. So 27,000 I wrote. Next one is interest on loan under section 24B. So interest on loan will be given in the question. If it is available, you record it. If it is not available, so you can skip it. Okay, so you can put dash in the amount column. And interest on loan, if it is given, it is allowed as deduction on due basis also. Even the assessee is paying or not paying, if it is due, then also we can give as deduction. Okay, but municipal taxes are not like that. Municipal taxes will be taken here only if it is paid. If it is due, we should not take here in the solution. So let us see what actually how much interest on loan amount we have in the question. So you can see here, my interest on loan is how much? It is 15,000. Interest on loan is 15,000. You can see. Interest on loan taken to construct the house. Okay, interest on loan taken to construct the house is how much? It is 15,000. Okay, it is how much, ma? 15,000. You can see here 15,000. I think everyone is observing. Okay, 15,000 we are going to take in the place of interest on loan under section 24B. It is given here as 15,000 in the question. Okay, whatever we need, that only we are going to take from the question. Whatever we don't require in calculation, we are going to ignore that. So let us go to our solution now. Interest on loan is how much? 15,000. Okay, it is 15,000 only. We are going to write 15,000 here. Okay, now this work also finished. Next, what we are going to do? We are going to deduct 27,000, 15,002 from above one, 90,000. So how much we will get if we deduct these two amounts from 90,000? Let us check that. 90,000 minus 27,000 minus 15,000. So we will get 48,000. Okay, how much we are going to get? 48,000. So 48,000 is known as income from house property. That is the answer. Okay, so we calculated income from house property of Mr. Bhupesh for the assessment year 2024 and 25. This is how we are going to solve income from house property calculation. For let out house, this is for let out house. Self occupied house problems are different again. Rules are different. Okay, change will be there. So all rules which are given under Income Tax Act for calculation of this let out house and self occupied houses, we should follow that. We should not take our own rules. Hope this is clear. Okay, so I think everyone understood this. I will show question answer once again so that you can see that once. Okay, what I did here, first I have taken question. This is a question. Okay, so after that, after reading question, next I just have taken some values here. What values I took here? You can take here municipal taxes also if you want. Okay, instead of going to question, you can write municipal taxes also. So municipal taxes, how much actually they have given here? 6,000. Are available in the question. And next, interest on loan. Whatever we need, we have to take in one place first. Okay, next, interest on loan. Interest on loan, how much actually they have given interest on loan? That is 15,000. Okay, they have given 15,000. So these all details are taken from the question. Then we went to our solution. So I recorded all items wherever we have to write in the place. In all those places we recorded all the items, all the amounts. Okay, then we calculated income from house property calculation. And here GAV we don't have in the question. That should be calculated, and we followed procedure. This procedure, okay, 3 steps should be followed for calculation of GAV, and these 3 we followed. But step 2 here we don't have. Why we don't have? I explained, because standard rental value is not given. That is why we don't have step 2. Okay, only step 1, step 3 we have, and we found out GAV, and this 96,000 GAV we took in the solution. Okay, here we took, and remaining part we calculated. And what is the income from house property? We actually ascertained here 48,000. So 48,000 is the income from house property of that particular assessee. Okay, so this is how we calculate this. Okay, hope this is clear for everyone. In this way we are going to solve it. And let us move to next one. Next question. I will explain next question also. Let us move to next one. So next question is, Mr. Everyone first have to concentrate on the question. If you concentrate on the question, then it will become easy to do the solution. Okay, so let us go to next question and let us concentrate on the question so that you will understand it. Let us read the question ma. I will discuss question with you. This is the second one that I am going to discuss with you. Let us do solution for this also. Understanding question is very important whenever we do any solution. So you should understand it in a better way. So let us go and discuss this. Mr. Raghav Reddy. So Mr. Raghav Reddy is the assessee. He is one person. He is the owner of a house property. So he is owner of one house property whose municipal valuation is 2,50,000 per annum. So municipal valuation means what? MRV. Okay, municipal rental value, municipal valuation, it is nothing but MRV. Remember that it is MRV ma. So MRV is how much? 2,50,000 per annum is given. So always MRV, SRV, FRV, ARV we should take for 1 year. If they give for 1 month, we should multiply by 12. So here municipal valuation is given for 1 year only. Okay, so he has given for 1 year only. So we can take it. We need not to multiply again by 12 months. Okay, so only 2,50,000 we can take in the place of MRV. Let me write it MRV. Okay. So and standard rent also is given ma. Standard rent is how much? 3,60,000 per annum. Standard rent means standard rental value. So this is a standard rent means actually rent fixed by the Rent Control Act. In the previous one we did not have standard rental value. That is why we did not go to step 2 while calculating gross annual value. Here we have standard rental value, so that we will go to step 2 also while calculating gross annual value. So it is how much? 3,60,000 per annum. Again per annum is given. It is 3,60,000 and municipal valuation MRV is 2,50,000. Okay, let us take these two in our information box. Let me take it so that while doing solution it will become easy for us. Otherwise again it will become trouble. MRV means municipal rental value. MRV is how much ma? How much they have given MRV? That is 2,50,000. And second one is SRV. SRV means standard rental value. That is how much here? 3,60,000. Okay, municipal valuation MRV is 2,50,000. Standard rent is 3,60,000. Let me take that also. 3,60,000. Okay, so 2 we took. Next to go to our question. Next continuation, you can see that is that house is let out on a monthly rent of 25,000 monthly rent. So he actually is letting out on a monthly rent. How much monthly rent he is collecting? 25,000. So monthly rent whatever he is collecting, we can call it as annual rental value. Actual rental value. So ARV, we can call it as ARV, actual rental value. Actually how much rent he is collecting every month? Monthly rent. They said that it is monthly rent. Okay, monthly rent means every month he is collecting 25,000. So we will take 25,000 into 12. Okay, actual rental value ARV is 25,000 into 12. Let us take that also here. ARV, actual rental value is how much? 25,000 into 12. How much we will get? 25,000 into 12. We should do the calculation. It is 3 lakhs. Sorry. It is how much? It is 3 lakhs. Okay, it is how much ma? It is 3 lakhs. Hope this is clear for everyone. Okay, MRV is 2,50,000. SRV is 3,60,000, and here ARV is how much? ARV is 3 lakhs. Hope this is clear for everyone. Okay. Next, let us go to our question. So let me continue the question, what actually they have given here. Let us see. Here monthly rent means actual rent 25,000. We took just now actual rental value. ARV is 25,000 into 12. We took it. And next, and fair rental value. Fair rental value means FRV. FRV is how much? 2,10,000. So we require that also in calculation of GAV. So FRV is 2,10,000 per annum. So for 1 year it is 2,10,000. So we will take that also in our step. Okay. So 2,10,000. FRV is equal to 2,10,000. Okay. It is 2,10,000. And next, let us move to next one. Next one is municipal taxes due. You should concentrate on this point. Municipal taxes are given now, but it is what? Due. If it is due, we don't give as deduction. Okay, in our format we are not going to take municipal taxes. I told you at the beginning as well as in the previous solution. What I told, if municipal taxes are paid, then only you allow as deduction. If it is due, don't allow as deduction. Okay, if nothing is mentioned whether it is due or paid, then you can assume that it is paid. But here due, clearly they mentioned that it is due. Then we should not allow as deduction. Okay, even that is given here. Since that is due, we should not take in the statement while calculating income from house property. So don't take this municipal taxes 30,000. But what they said, out of which 15,000 is paid so far. Yeah, this point is very very important. Municipal taxes due total 30,000. But out of that, how much they are paying so far? 15,000 paid so far. So how much you are going to take? Due one we should not take. Paid we can take. Okay. How much is paid? 15,000. So 15,000 can be allowed as deduction here. So 15,000 we will take. Hope everyone understood this, students. Okay. So 30,000 municipal taxes are given, but we are not going to take 30,000 because 30,000 out of 30,000 due, how much he is paying? Only 15,000. So paid amount only should be taken. So municipal taxes only 15,000 we are going to take in our solution, because our rule is if municipal taxes paid, then only we will give as deduction. So municipal taxes paid are only 15,000, so we will take only 15,000, not 30,000. So keep this point in your mind, because it is very very important. You will make mistake in that place sometimes. Let us go to question again. So in the question, let me read continuation of the question. You can see here 15,000 we took ma. Other expenses repairs 4,000, insurance 1,025. Okay, we don't take these all. Okay, we ignore that. They will give in the question because assessee is incurring. But in our calculation we don't take anywhere. So you can leave it. And interest on loan to purchase the house. Interest on loan we allow as deduction under section 24 subsection P. So we can take this compulsorily. How much it is? It is 2,45,000. So we can take 2,45,000. Okay, interest on loan is how much? 2,45,000. So we will take 2,45,000. It is 2,45,000. Okay, so interest on loan 2,45,000 we will take. So let us go to question again. So these all details whatever we require I am writing in one place. So you also, whenever you do your solution, you have to write first and then you are going to draw columns for income from house property, then you can go to working notes. This GAV calculation you can do in the working notes. Okay. So next let us go to our question. Next what they said here, the tenant has not yet paid last month rent. So they have given clearly that the tenant is not paying last 1 month rent, but he is not leaving the house. Okay, he is staying in the house. So he definitely will pay in the next month. Then we can ignore this point. Okay, suppose the tenant is not paying and vacating the house, then we have to consider that point. That also will be available in other questions. That time we will discuss about that. Here tenant did not pay 1 month rent, but he is not leaving the house, so he will pay later. Okay, we can assume that definitely owner can receive that amount. Okay, so if that amount is not paid by tenant and he is vacating the house, then that time that point is very important. But here we can ignore that because owner is going to receive that money later because tenant is not vacating the house. Okay, so find out income from house property for the current assessment year. So we are going to find out the income from house property. All the details whatever we require for calculation of this house we took. Okay, so let us record all those in our solution part. Let us go to our solution part. So first, remember students, first question you have to read the question. Next you have to write information. Okay, in your solution what you have to do, you have to write the information first. Okay, so you have to write the information in solution box. So then after writing this information whatever we require, okay, in solution whatever we require, after writing information, then what you are going to do, you are going to take this, okay, this format. Okay, first question, next your information, next this format. After that in working notes you can take calculation of GAV. This is how you are going to do your solution. Okay, question, you have to read question, next you have to take the information from the question. Okay, this from information onwards your solution part starts. Then you have to draw columns for this and you should mention everything, and next under that calculation of GAV is required. Okay, so this is how you are going to solve it. Let us go and record all the items now. So computation of income from house property of Mr. What is the name of the assessee? Raghava Reddy. Raghava Reddy is the name of the assessee in our question. So Mr. Raghava Reddy, I am writing Mr. Raghava Reddy. Mr. Raghava Reddy is the assessee name. Okay, so for every problem we should change the assessee name. Whatever we have here, that whatever we have in the question, that should be recorded. Okay, Mr. Raghava Reddy for the current for the assessment year 2024 and 25. Okay, so after writing heading, then what is the house? This is what kind of house it is. It is a let out house, no? So on the top you can mention let out house, because house is given on rental basis and is collecting rent, so it is let out house. Let out house format only we have here. Okay, on the top we have given heading, and for every problem complete heading is same, but name of the assessee is going to change, Mr. Raghava Reddy. Okay, so here Raghava Reddy is our assessee, that is what we took. If in case of other problems, if assessee name is different, you just change the assessee's name here. Okay, next particulars amount columns. These two columns we should draw. Under that same format we should follow same format. Values are going to change and rules are going to follow. We are going to follow the rules, and depending upon the rules sometimes GAV calculation may differ. So let us see here. Gross annual value. First item always is gross annual value. That will not be given in the question. We have to find out. Okay, who have to find out? We have to find it out. GAV. So let us go and find out. You already know what is the format for calculation of GAV. I told in the beginning of the class, we discussed for the first solution, and here this is a procedure that we follow for calculation of GAV. So total how many steps are there? Total 3 steps are there. Okay, and out of these 3, second step we need only if standard rental value is given in the question. If standard rental value is not given, don't go to second step. In this problem we have standard rental value, so we need second step also. But in the previous problem we did not have standard rental value, that is why we did not take second step in the previous solution. Here we are going to take second step also. Hope this is clear. Remember this point. Okay, let us go to calculation of GAV. So step 1, what is the step 1? Higher of the following two is taken as ERV. Okay, that is a rule ma. That is a rule given by Income Tax Act. Step 1 rule is what? Higher of the following two is taken as ERV. So higher of the following two, what are those two then? First one is municipal rental value. Municipal rental value short form is what? MRV. Okay, MRV is a short form of municipal rental value. What is a municipal rental value for this problem? Just now we took, okay, I have written all the information what we require and we took from the question. Let us see that. MRV is how much here? MRV is 2,50,000. Let us go and record 2,50,000. You can see ma, first one MRV only. So here we can write it. I will write here 2,50,000. Okay, and next sorry, not here, sorry. So where it is? Yeah. So MRV is what? 2,50,000. I have written 2,50,000. So next one is fair rental value. Fair rental value short form is FRV. So FRV is a short form of fair rental value. Okay, so let us take fair rental value from the question, and we have information now. Let us take FRV. You can see FRV. FRV is how much? 2,10,000 students. So let us write 2,10,000. Okay, so now you tell me which one is more, 2,50,000 or 2,10,000? Which one is more? More amount is 2,50,000 only. So we are going to select 2,50,000 because they said clearly higher of the following two is taken as ERV. So out of these two, which is the highest one? 2,50,000 is the highest one. So we are going to take highest one only. Students, are you understanding? Okay, anyone put message whether you are understanding, whether you are following or not. So if you follow, it will be good. Okay, you can raise your doubts. If you have any doubts, you can raise it in comment box. So check here. So fair rental value is 2,10,000, and next this municipal rental value MRV is 2,50,000. Okay, so now which is the highest one? 2,50,000 is highest one. We should select highest one only because higher of the following two is taken as what? ERV, means expected rental value. So highest one is 2,50,000. In your notes is you have to circle. You have to circle 2,50,000. Here I am not circling. What I am doing, I am changing the color of that because I have opportunity. Okay, so I can change it. Okay, I have possibility to change, but you don't have in the examination in the notes to change the color. So that is why what you have to do, you have to circle it. Okay, and here I am changing the color of this 2,50,000 because it is highest amount out of the two. So I selected 2,50,000. Why I selected? Because that is the highest one. Now we can call the highest one as what? Expected rental value, ERV. Okay, so let me write here answer in the first step. First step answer is called expected rental value. Short form is what? ERV. So ERV is how much now? It is 2,50,000. Okay, first step finished. Let us go to second step. So second step is step 2. First of all, step 2 is required or not, that should be checked. When we do step 2, if standard rental value is given in the question. So in our question, standard rental value is given now in this question. So we can follow this step 2. Step 2 is least of the following two is taken as adjusted ERV. Okay, we have 2 points here under this. Out of these two, least one will be taken as what? Adjusted ERV. So least one out of the two is called adjusted ERV. So what are those two now? Expected rental value is the first one. That first one always answer for the answer in the previous step. Okay, step 2 first point always is what? Answer in the step 1. So step 1 answer is what? ERV. So ERV will be taken here. ERV how much? 2,50,000. In first step, how much we are actually got ERV? 2,50,000. So we are writing 2,50,000 here. And step 2 is not step 2. Point 2 is standard rental value. Standard rental value short form is SRV ma. Okay, it is SRV. And what is the short form of standard rental value? SRV. And that will be available in the question, and we took from the question. You can see second one, SRV is how much? 3,60,000. Okay, you can see here 3,60,000. So let us go and record that. $3,60,000. Now you tell me which is least one, because we should select least one only. Okay, we should not select highest one, we should select least one. So which is the least one here? Least one is 2,50,000. ERV is the least one. Okay, so we are going to take ERV, that is 2,50,000 we are going to select now, because in step 2 least one should be selected. In step 1, step 3 highest one should be selected now. But in step 2 we have to select the least one. Okay, in step 1, step 3 we are going to select the highest one, but in step 2 we are going to select the least one. Least one we are going to select. So here which is the least one out of these two? 2,50,000 or 3,60,000? It is 2,50,000. So you have to actually circle it in your notes. Okay, 2,50,000. You have to circle for 2,50,000. But here I am changing the color of that. So I converted that into red color, 2,50,000. Okay, so that is what? Adjusted ERV. So least one we will call it as what? Adjusted ERV. Adjusted ERV is the answer in the second step. Let us record that. 2,50,000. Okay, so 2,50,000 over. Step 2 answer we got. Now let us move to step 3. Step 3 is what? Higher of the following two is taken as GAV. So highest one we have to take it as what? GAV. Okay, GAV is our final answer. We want GAV only, gross annual value. So that we will get in step 3. After calculating that, we will go to our format. So let us take the items. What is the first one here? Adjusted ERV. Adjusted ERV, that is the answer in the second step. How much? 2,50,000. So take it, 2,50,000. And next one is actual rental value. Actual rental value short form is ARV, students. Okay, that will be available in the question. That is actual rent collected. Okay, actual rent collected by the assessee. So how much rent he is collecting from the tenant, that is known as actual rental value. So already we took that. Where we took here in our information box. Okay, so how much it is? ARV 3 lakhs. You can see ARV is 3 lakhs. Third item. You can see third item. ARV is how much? Yeah, that is 3 lakhs. Okay, so let us take 3 lakhs. Okay, so now after taking actual rental value 3 lakhs and adjusted ERV 2,50,000, which one we are going to select? We are going to select highest one. We are going to select highest one. Okay, remember in first step, third step we are going to select highest one, but in step 2 we are going to select least one. But in first step, third step, we are going to select highest one. Okay, but in step 2, we are going to select least one. Hope that is clear for everyone. So here we are going to select the highest one now. So adjusted ERV is 2,50,000. Actual rental value is 3 lakhs. So which is the highest one, students? 3 lakhs is the highest one. Okay. So we are going to select 3 lakhs. You have to circle it. 3 lakhs. Okay. Circle should be actually you have to draw one circle around 3 lakhs. But I am changing the color of that. So 3 lakhs. We selected 3 lakhs because that is highest. So we can call it as what? Gross annual value. What is the short form of gross annual value? GAV. Okay, we will take gross annual value as 3 lakhs. Okay, so that is what we want actually, because gross annual value is the first item in income from house property calculation. So we need 3 lakhs now. Then only we can start our solution part. So let us go to our gross annual value calculation. So here we will write how much it is. It is 3 lakhs. Just now we calculated. Now it is 3 lakhs. Okay. So GAV is 3 lakhs. So I am writing 3 lakhs here. Already I wrote. So gross annual value, in the place of gross annual value in the format I have written 3 lakhs. So next, less municipal taxes. Municipal taxes rule is, if that is paid, then only you write here. Then only you allow as deduction. If it is due, don't allow as deduction. In our question, municipal taxes 30,000 are given. Okay. So how much actually here you see in our question? Municipal taxes 30,000. So in fourth line, municipal taxes due 30,000. Due we should not take, but out of which how much is paid so far? 15,000 is paid. So paid one we can take as deduction. So 15,000 we can take as deduction, but not 30,000. Okay. So only in case of municipal taxes, rule is, if municipal taxes is paid, then only take as deduction, then only allow as deduction. If it is due, don't give as deduction. That is the main rule you have to remember. So here municipal taxes due is 30,000, but 15,000 is paid. We are going to take 15,000 only. So let us go and take 15,000 in the place of municipal taxes. So second item after gross annual value is less municipal taxes. So how much municipal taxes here? 15,000. Let me take 15,000. Okay. So we are going to deduct that. If we are going to deduct 15,000 from 3 lakhs, we have to deduct it, ma. Okay. If we deduct 15,000 from 3 lakhs rupees, how much we will get? We will get 2 lakhs 85,000. We should write 2 lakhs 85,000 here. Okay. So we should name it as what? We will name it as NAV. So whatever we found out, 2 lakh 85,000 is known as NAV. NAV. Okay. That is the name that will be given for 2 lakh 85,000. NAV means net annual value. Okay, NAV is a short form. Okay, that actually is a amount that we are getting after deducting municipal taxes 15,000 from 3 lakhs. So we get 2 lakhs 85,000. Okay, that is called NAV, net annual value. You should give name for that. And next, after calculating NAV, less deductions under section 24. After that, we are going to deduct some deductions. Under which section? 24. Under section 24. So we are going to deduct some deductions under section 24. Total how many deductions are there? 2 deductions are there. Okay, how many deductions? 2 deductions. You can see the screen also. First one is standard deduction under section 24 subsection A. So standard deduction, other name is statutory deduction. Okay, and that is compulsory for every problem to give if it is let out house. How much? 30% on NAV. So it should be always 30% on NAV, ma. Okay, 30% on NAV, net annual value. So whatever NAV we get in our solution, on that we should calculate 30%. Then we will get standard deduction under section 24 subsection A. So in our problem, what is net annual value, NAV? 2,85,000. So we should calculate 30% on that. Let me calculate. Then we will get a standard deduction. 2,85,000 into 30 by 100. 30% means 30 by 100. So how much we will get? 2,85,000 into 30 by 100. 85,500. Okay, so 85,500 we are getting as standard deduction. So we will write 85,500 in the place of standard deduction. Okay, so calculation part color I will change, but in your solution you can put in the brackets, that's enough. Okay, so here I am changing that color. 85,500 students. That is a standard deduction. Hope everyone understood this. And next, interest on loan under section 24B. That is a second deduction under section 24. So here, that will be given in the question and you can write here. If it is not given, don't write here. You can put dash in the amount column. But in our question, interest on loan is given. Why assessor takes loan to either to purchase the house or to construct the house. If he wants to purchase or construct the house, he will take one loan from bank and he pay interest for that, and that will be given in the question. We can take here. If it is not given, you write it but put dash in the amount column. Okay, so interest on loan, even it is due, we can allow as deduction. Even it is due, that assessor is not paying, even then we can allow as deduction here. Hope this is clear. Interest on loan, once it is given in the question, we will take here. That's it. Whether it is due or paid, not bothered, we can take here. Even it is due, we will allow as deduction. Okay, and what is the interest on loan? I have written in information already. At the time of discussing question, these all details should be taken. Okay, then it will become easy for us. We can take from here. What is the interest on loan? 2,45,000. Last item, you can see students, last item 2,45,000. Okay, 2,45,000 is a interest on loan. So that we can take now. Okay, so after writing these two deductions, we should deduct these two from net annual value, because after net annual value, less deductions under section 24. Okay, you can see that less means we should deduct those two from the NAV. So what is our NAV? 2,85,000. So from 2,85,000 we should deduct 85,500 standard deduction, 2,45,000 interest on loan. Then we will get one answer. Okay, so we will call it as our income or our loss. Okay, so let me check question. I think it is not 2,45,000. Once let me check the question once. Once all of you check question. Second question, is it 2,45,000 interest on loan? Did I take wrong? That is 45,000, not 2,45,000 students. I am changing here. Sorry, that is 45,000. Interest on loan is 45,000. Okay, it is not 2,45,000 students. It is what, ma? 45,000 only. It is not 2,45,000. Once all of you check your questions also in your textbooks, that is 45,000. Second question, that is 45,000, not 2,45,000. I took by mistake. So it is actually 2 is printed wrongly in the question while typing. So that is 45,000 students, not 2,45,000. That is only 45,000. Interest on loan is 45,000. So here also I changed to 45,000. So in our solution part also I will change it as 45,000. Okay, hope this is clear for everyone. Hope there is no confusion. So 45,000, 85,500, both we are going to deduct from 2,85,000. 85,500 minus 45,000. So I am going to deduct both. So how much we are going to get now? We are going to get 1,54,500. So how much we are going to get? 1,54,500. Okay, if we deduct these two, we will get 1,54,500. Okay, so if it is positive amount, from 2,85,000 you have to deduct those two, 85,500 and 45,000. After deducting, if you get answer as positive, means plus 1,54,000, then it is income from house property. If you get in negative amount, minus, okay, then it is known as loss from house property. But here we are getting positive amount only. 2,85,000 is more, okay, 85,500 plus 45,000, that is 1,30,500 only. So that we are deducting from 2,85,000. So 2,85,000 is only more. So if we deduct those two, we are getting 1,54,500. So that is in positive amount only. If it is positive, then we will call it as income from house property. Okay. If it is in negative, we are going to call it as loss from house property. Hope this is clear for everyone. Okay, that is the answer. Income from house property is answer. That's all. Okay. This is the answer, and here this is answer. That's all. So in this way we are going to do the solution for let out houses. But some rules we are going to follow in other problems also. So each and every problem is important in income from house property. Some variations will be there. Okay, this is a general format, general problem, and if any calculation like in GAV calculation, sometimes some changes will occur, as well as sometimes house will be vacant. Okay, some points will be mentioned in the question. According to those points which are mentioned in the question, we are going to follow some other rules, and we are going to do problem by following all those rules and regulations. Okay, in case of these two problems, this is a solution. Hope you understood. Okay, I will show complete question solution part once again. Okay, this is second question, that what actually we discussed. Okay, this question I have taken from H. Premraj income tax textbook, assessment year 2024 and 25. Okay, and this is a question. And first of all, whenever you solve anything, question, looking into the question, collecting information from question is very, very important. After that, you have to pick the items whatever you need for solution. Okay, then solution starts. This is your solution actually. Okay, you are going to write it here. This is your solution, and you are going to write some information here. So here, whenever you start solution, you have to take some information, and after that what you have to collect from the question: MRV, FRV, SRV, okay, ARV, municipal taxes, interest on loan. If those are given or not given, how they are given, so how much we have to take, it should be taken here first. So after that, what you are going to do after that, after taking that information, and remember MRV, SRV, ARV, FRV, always you have to take for 1 year, students. So municipal taxes, it should be paid, then only we will allow as deduction. Interest on loan, even it is not paid, even it is due, we will allow as deduction. Okay, and after taking this information, solution start from here onwards. You have to take information. After that, you have to draw this format. On the top you should mention let out house. Heading is very important. Okay, computation of income from house property of Mr. Raghava Reddy for the assessment year 2024-25. Heading is very important. You have to draw columns, particulars, amount, and this is a format that you should follow one by one. Gross annual value less municipal taxes, you will get net annual value. Okay, whatever you get, you should name it as net annual value, and after that less deductions under section 24, and you have to deduct two deductions from net annual value. What are those two deductions? standard deduction one and interest on loan second one. Okay, so after deducting these two we will get one value. If that value is positive amount, we have to call it as income from house property. If it is in negative amount, it is known as loss from house property. Okay, so after doing this calculation part, next calculation of GAV. Under that format you have to do this. Okay, this is your question. Okay, hope you understood. And do you want to take any break? You tell me. You want me to continue, or after break, or shall I stop the live? You just mention. If you are interested, I will teach next problem also, third problem. Okay, if you want any break, 5 minutes break we can take. Otherwise, I will teach you next question. You mention in the comment section so that I can see. Otherwise, I will stop. Your wish. If you want me to explain next one, I will explain. This is the third question actually. So mention in the comment box. I will wait for 1 minute. Then I will start next question. Okay, 5 minutes break. Okay. So, after 5 minutes, we will start. Okay, I came back. I will wait for 1 minute, then I will start it. Hope everyone back to the class. So after 1 minute, immediately I will start. Meanwhile, let me check the question whether I have taken all the values correctly or not. And this is a question, you can check that. If any mistakes are there in the question that I took from Prem Raj, third question. So if any amounts are taken wrongly, you can mention in the comment section so that I will change it. I am also checking it. Okay, let me start it. So hope everyone is present here. So let me start discussing question. So this is our question, students. Here in this class today I discussed with you first format I discussed, later I discussed one question, first one, next second question. Now we are in third question. So let us discuss third question, and understanding question is very important, students. Okay, once you understand the question, it will become easy to do solution, because we are going to understand the question by applying all the rules and regulations, and so that it will become easy for us to solve it. Okay, so first of all, reading question, understanding question is very important part, so that it will become easy for us to do the solution. So let us look into the question, let us understand the question, let us take information whatever we need to do the solution. Okay, and let us take that from the question. So let me read it, let us discuss it. Sri Sunil Kumar. Sunil Kumar is a senior citizen, owns a house in Chennai. So Sri Sunil Kumar is assessee and he is a senior citizen. Actually, you must know who is a senior, who is super senior, okay, who is non-senior. If any assessee age is less than 60 years, he is called a non-senior citizen. If any assessee age is in between 60 to 80 years, okay, he is having age above 60 but below 80 years, we can call him as a senior citizen. Okay, he is known as senior citizen. And if any assessee age is more than 80 years, then we will call him as a super senior citizen. So we must know this classification: non-senior, senior, super senior, while calculating tax liability, but not here. Okay, in income from house property, we don't consider assessee's age, whether he is senior, non-senior, super senior, but that is useful for calculation of tax liability. Okay, remember this point. Non-senior means whose age is less than 60 years. Senior means if any assessee age is above 60, okay, but below 80 years, he is known as senior citizen. And if any assessee age is more than 80 years, we will call him as a super senior citizens. Okay, so this is about total classification of senior, non-senior and super senior citizens. So let me discuss the question. Sri Sunil Kumar, a senior citizen, owns a house in Chennai. So he is one person, he is having a house in Chennai. Okay, it has been let out. So he is giving that house on what basis? On rental basis. Okay, he is giving that house on rental basis. He let out. So this house is a let out house. We have to calculate by using all the rules and regulations of let out house property. So this house is a let out house, and that is given on a monthly rent of 10,500. Okay, what is the monthly rent here? 10,500. Every month he is collecting 10,500, okay, as a rent. So this is actual rental value, ARV. Actual rental value is how much? 10,500. Okay, so let me actually take it here, because we are taking all this first in the information box so that it will become easy for you. So ARV is how much? ARV, it is how much ma? 10,500. Monthly rent they said. So for 1 month it is 10,500. Okay, so for 1 month it is 10,500, and then we should take here for 1 year. Into 12. Okay, so how much we get, that will be taken. 10,500 into 12. So that is 1,26,000. We will take 1,26,000. That is ARV. ARV is 1,26,000. Okay. So after that we have to take the next one also. By reading question, we should take remaining part also from the question. So let us take remaining also. Okay. Let me read question again. Let me continue that. And 2,000 per month towards service charges. So here he is actually rendering some services ma. He is rendering some services. Services means what? So by giving house on rental basis, he may be giving some other services also, like watchman facility, gardener, like that. Okay, or lift facility. So these all are known as services. So whenever he provides extra services, owner collects some extra money. Okay, whatever he collects, that will come under income from other sources. That is not income from house property. So whatever rent he is collecting, that will be taken into account. So service charges, those all will come under income from house, income from other sources. I will show how to calculate that also now. Okay, that what we have to do, how much he is collecting towards service charges. Okay, that will be taken into account. From that, how much expenses he is incurring towards service, we will deduct. We will get some amount of income that will be taken as income from other sources. We will calculate it after calculating income from house property, and I will show that calculation part also. Okay, so here see, monthly rent of 10,500 and 2,000 per month towards service charges. So service charges are 2,000 rupees per month, and that we will take later. Okay, that is not related to house property. We will keep it aside. I will show that calculation also. Next, municipal rental value. Municipal rental value means MRV. MRV is how much? 7,500 per month. Okay, so MRV 7,500 per month, but we should take it for full 1 year. So let us take it here. So it is 7,500 per month now. Let us take it for 1 year. MRV is equal to 7,500 into 12. So how much we will get? 7,500 into 12. 90,000. So 90,000 is a MRV for 1 year. Okay, so always ARV, MRV, SRV, FRV, we should take it for 1 year. So MRV is 90,000 for 1 year. Let us go and read the question again. And rent of a similar building, similar house means what? Rent of a similar house means, I told in the previous solutions also. Rent of a similar house means FRV, fair rental value, that is FRV. Okay, so rent of a similar house means FRV, fair rental value. Remember that point. And here how much it is? 10,000 per month. Okay, so let us take that also. So it is FRV is how much? 10,500 for 1 month. But we should take it for full 1 year. Okay, let me take it for 1 year. FRV is equal to 10,000 into 12. Okay, is equal to 1,20,000. How much we will get? 1,20,000. Okay, that is 1,20,000. Okay, so we know this also FRV. And let us go back to our question. So what we have here again? After FRV, next one is standard rent. Standard rent means standard rental value, SRV. Okay, SRV is 8,400 per month. So this also we are going to take for 1 year. 8,400 into 12. Let us take it. SRV is equal to, how much they gave? 8,400 per month. So let us take here 8,400 into 12 is equal to, how much we will get? 8,400 into 12. We will get 1,800,000. Okay. So next, after this, let us read question again. The owner incurs the following expenses. So owner is incurring some expenses. Okay, what is incurring? Local taxes. Local taxes is other name for municipal taxes, students. Remember this point. Local taxes, municipal taxes, both are one and the same. Local taxes, municipal taxes, both are same. Okay, it is how much? 12,960. So our duty is, we should check whether those municipal taxes are paid or due. Okay, so here in the question they did not mention anywhere that those are due. So it is paid off. If it is paid, then only we will give as deduction. Municipal taxes should be given as deduction only if it is paid. So 12,960 it is paid. Okay, so local taxes means nothing but those are municipal taxes, 12,960. Let us take here now. Local taxes or municipal taxes, both are same, students. Both are same. How much? 12,960. Let us take here 12,960. Okay, so after this, let me read the continuation of the question. Lift maintenance 6,200. Okay, lift maintenance is what? We don't take in income from house property. That is one other service. He is collecting some extra service charges. Now here I mentioned 2,000 rupees per month. Okay, 2,000 rupees per month he is collecting. So for collecting that 2,000 rupees, he is providing some services. What? Lift maintenance, water charges. So he is providing water also. So that is why he is incurring some expenses for lift. He is providing services to the tenants. So for that purpose he is incurring some charges. For lift how much? 6200 he is incurring. Water 2000. Okay, repairs we don't take anywhere. Okay, these two, lift and water charges, these two are service charges, extra charges, extra services that he is providing apart from the rent. Okay, giving the house on rental basis. So these two we will take as service charges. Okay, and how much he is collecting from them and how much he is paying, that will be taken here, and we will take that under income from other heads, not in income from house property. So 2000 rupees he is collecting, no, towards what? Service charges. So 2000 into 12. Okay, so from that we are going to deduct 6200 and 2000 rupees, those service charges that he is incurring. Then we will understand, we will get the income what actually he is getting out of that service. Okay, that we will show in income from other heads, fifth head of income, not in income from house property. Hope this is clear for everyone. And let us move to next point. Repairs we don't take anywhere, and interest paid on loan taken to construct the house, this we require in income from house property calculation. Okay, so interest paid on loan taken to construct the house is how much? 9600. So 9600 we can take and we can record in the place of interest on loan under section 24B. But it is total how much? 9600 including penal interest 1000 rupees. So in 9600 penal interest is there, that is 1000 rupees. Remember students, penal interest will never be allowed as deduction. Okay, penal interest means because of his fault he is he has to pay extra interest. Okay, that is penal interest. That will not be allowed as deduction. Penal interest will never be allowed as deduction. So that 1000 penal interest is included in 9600. Deduct that. Remaining amount we can take under section 24B. So remaining amount is 8600. That only we are going to take under deduction under section 24B, interest on loan. Hope it is clear for everyone, students. Okay, 9600 is the interest on loan paid to construct the house. It's clear. But out of that 1000 rupees is penal interest. Penal interest will never be allowed as deduction. So that is included in 9600. You deduct it. And what is the remaining amount? Only 8600. That you give as deduction under section 24B for interest on loan. Okay, so don't take complete 9600. Hope it is clear. Let me take that only here. It is how much? Let me take in information box. Okay. So it is interest on loan 9600 actually they have given, but we are not going to take 9600 because 1000 penal interest is there. We are going to deduct it. So how much we are going to take? Only 8600. Hope this is clear, students. Okay, so let us go and discuss the question again. Let me continue that. Here, compute income from house property. Okay, they asked us to calculate the income from house property. So all details whatever we require to solve the question, everything we took, and now we are going to solve it. Okay, so this is question and I have written information also in solution part. Okay, so this is our solution. Actually solution starts from here only. So the information whatever actually we require for solving the problem, that all we took here. Okay, so after that we will move to next, that is format part. There we are going to compute income from house property. Okay, so this is the information that is available here, and with the information what we took here we are going to solve it. Okay, so next, this is income from house property calculation. And what kind of house we have here? We have let out house. It is let out house only. Okay, so on the top we should give heading compulsorily, computation of income from house property of Mr. So we should take the name of the assessee which is mentioned in the question. So what is the name of the assessee here? Sri Sunil Kumar. Okay, so we are going to mention Sunil Kumar name on the top of this. So let me write that. Sunil Kumar. Sri Sunil Kumar. Okay. Sri Sunil Kumar. Okay, in computation of income from house property of Mr. Sri Sunil Kumar for the assessment year 2024-25. Okay, so this heading we should write first. Under that you should draw columns, particulars amount column. Same format we are going to follow, whatever I discussed with you at the beginning of the class. Okay, that calculation is very important, as well as that format should be taken into account, and we should follow all the rules and regulations while calculating income from house property. So particulars amount columns are drawn, and next I mentioned the format here. I am going to just put the values related to our present question. First item is gross annual value. Short form of that is GAV. So will they give in the question? No, they don't give in the question. So we are going to find out gross annual value by following 3 steps. Okay, so how to find out the gross annual value? By taking into these 3 steps. I already discussed all the steps in the previous problem. So first, calculation of GAV. Calculation of GAV will be done by taking into 3 steps. Step 1 is higher of the following 2 is taken as ERV. ERV means expected rental value. So higher of the 2 will be taken as ERV. And then what are those 2? One is municipal rental value. First one is municipal rental value. Short form of that is MRV. Okay, so what is MRV in our question? That should be taken here. Okay, so we already took details. No, MRV is 7,500 into 12, that is 90,000. I think everyone is looking at MRV. Okay, so MRV is 7,500 into 12, 90,000. Let me take that in the place of MRV here, 90,000. And next, second one is fair rental value. Fair rental value short form is FRV. Okay, so FRV is how much? That again is available in the question. We already took in the information box. Let me take here. So how much it is? Let us go and check. FRV. FRV is fair rental value. How much? 10,000 into 12, that is 1,20,000. So let us take 1,20,000 now. Here I took 1,20,000. Okay, so we took municipal rental value as well as fair rental value. Then what we have to do is we have to select highest one out of these 2. So what is highest? That will be selected here. If you see 90,000 and 1,20,000, which one is highest one? 1,20,000 is the highest one. That should be selected. Okay, so what you have to do? You have to draw a circle around 1,20,000, but here I am changing the color of 1,20,000 because we are going to select that. Okay, so 1,20,000 I selected because that is the highest one out of these 2, and we can call it as what? Expected rental value. What is a short form of expected rental value? ERV. So ERV is how much? 1,20,000. So first step answer is ERV only. So we ascertained that. We found out that. Let us move to second step. In second step, actually first of all I already told, second step is required only if standard rental value is given in the question. If it is not available, don't go to step 2. So let us see whether SRV is given or not. So it is available. Okay, we wrote in information box also. So whatever are available in the question, that we took in information. So SRV, standard rental value, fourth one, you can see that 8,400 into 12. Okay, 1,08,000, that is SRV. So SRV is available in the question. If once SRV is available, we can follow the second step and we can record the values there and we can find out answer in second step. So let us go and record. So what is second step? Least of the following 2 is taken as adjusted ERV. First one is expected rental value. Expected rental value short form is ERV. So ERV is how much? Where we get this? In the first step. Okay, in the first step we have calculated ERV only. ERV is the answer in the first step. That answer we can take in the second step as first item always. Okay, so expected rental value is not available in the question. We have to find out in step 1. Okay, step 1 answer is known as expected rental value. That we are going to take in step 2 in the place of first one. Okay, that is first one, expected rental value. How much ma? That is 1,20,000. Okay, hope you understood. And next is standard rental value ma. Second point, standard rental value. Short form is SRV. So standard rental value will be available in the question. We have to take that. Okay, let me see that. It is how much ma? SRV 1,08,000. Let us take that in our SRV part. 1,08,000. Okay, so out of these two, which one we have to select? Highest one or least one? Least one should be selected. So least one is 1,08,000. We should select that. So whenever you select, you have to draw a circle around 1,08,000. Here I am changing the color of that. Okay, I am selecting that. Okay, 1,08,000, and we have to call it as adjusted ERV. Whatever we select, that will be known as adjusted ERV. So adjusted ERV is how much? 1,08,000. So answer in the second step is adjusted ERV, that is 1,08,000. Second step also finished. Let us go to third step. Okay, we are not here to find out adjusted ERV, we are here to find out gross annual value. So step 3 also is compulsory for us. Let us go to step 3. So step 3 is higher of the following two is taken as GAV. So highest of the two we should take as gross annual value, GAV. So what is the first one? Always first one is the answer in the previous step. Okay, what is the answer in the second step? Adjusted ERV. So adjusted ERV is how much? 1,08,000. That we take in the first place. Next one is actual rental value. Actual rental value short form is ARV. So ARV means actual rent that owner is collecting from the tenant. We already took from the question. You can see here in information box. First point, ARV. That is 10,500 into 12, 1,26,000. So let us take that. Okay, 1,26,000. So ARV is 1,26,000. We took here also 1,26,000. Now you tell me which one we have to select, highest one or least one? Always we have to select in step 3 highest one. Out of these two, which is highest actually? Highest one is 1,26,000. So 1,26,000 should be selected. Okay, you have to draw a circle around 1,26,000, but here I am changing the color. So 1,26,000 is what? Gross annual value, means GAV. GAV is a short form of gross annual value. So gross annual value is 1,26,000. So what we want to take from this calculation part, that we ascertained, that we found out. So now let us move to our pro forma and let us find out income from house property. Let us take this 1,26,000 and let us go there and let us record there. Okay, gross annual value. Here I am writing in the format. It is 1,26,000. Okay, so GAV is 1,26,000. Next one is municipal taxes. Municipal taxes, if it is available in the question, we should take, but it should be paid always. If it is due, we should not allow as deduction. So already we discussed the question, what are the municipal taxes, but in the question they have given as local taxes. Local taxes, municipal taxes, both are one and the same. So 12,960, you can see from last, from down to second one. Okay, 12,960. 12,960 is a municipal tax amount. Let me write here. And let us deduct that. 12,960 we should deduct from 1,26,000. Okay, 1,26,000 minus 12,960. Let us check how much we are getting. We are getting 1,13,040. Okay, so we can call it as net annual value. We have to name it. We have to name that amount. Whatever we get after deducting municipal taxes from GAV, that should be named. So what name we can give? Net annual value. Net annual value short form is NAV. Okay, so NAV is how much here? NAV is 1,13,040. So under NAV we are going to give some deductions. Less deductions under section 24. Okay, here we are going to deduct some deductions under section 24. Total how many deductions are there? 2 deductions are there. First one is standard deduction under section 24A. Second one is interest on loan under section 24B. Okay, let us see what is standard deduction here. Standard deduction also is called as statutory deduction. Under section 24 subsection A, it will be allowed from net annual value. But how much it is? Always that is 30% on NAV. We should calculate 30% on NAV mark. Okay, so here we will calculate. Let me calculate here. What is NAV in our solution? Just now we found out. Previous item 1,13,040. Okay, into how much percentage? 30%. Always 30%. That is a rule. So 30% means 30 by 100 is equal to how much we get? That should be calculated. 1,13,040 into 30 by 100. Okay, if you do that calculation, we will get one value. That is 33,912. So that is standard deduction here. Okay, so standard deduction, how to calculate? Always 30% on NAV ma. Always that is 30% on NAV. So we should calculate 30% on whatever NAV value we have in our solution. We calculated it is how much? 33,912. Let me write it in the amount column. 33,912. After that, next one is second deduction is interest on loan under section 24B. So interest on loan, that will be given in the question. If it is given, you write here. If it is not available, in the amount column you can put dash. Okay, interest on loan is allowed as deduction even on due basis also. Whether assessee is paying or not paying, even that is due, we can take here. But municipal taxes are not like that. Municipal taxes we will take only if it is paid. If it is due, we don't take here. We don't allow as deduction here. Okay, but interest on loan can be allowed as deduction on due basis also. And here in this problem, let us see information box. Interest on loan. Okay, interest on loan is given. How much they have given in the question? 9,600. But in brackets they mention clearly that 1,000 is a penal interest. Penal interest we should not allow as deduction. That is why we removed 1,000 rupees. What is the interest on loan amount? 8,600. That only we can allow as deduction in our solution under section 24B. Let us go and record there 8,600. Okay, so after entering these two deductions, these two should be deducted from the previous value, that is NAV. Okay, under NAV we mentioned clearly less deductions under section 24. So these two deductions we are going to deduct from 1,13,040. So let us deduct that. 1,13,040 minus 33,912 minus 8,600. If we deduct these two, how much we are going to get? 70,528. Okay, 70,528. So this is what is known as income from house property. If this is positive amount that we are getting here, if we get any negative amount minus like that, okay, then it is known as loss from house property. But here we are getting positive amount because 1,13,040 is more than the amounts, these two amounts, 33,912, 8,600. If we add these two, even then 1,13,040 is more. So we can deduct it easily. How much we are getting? 70,528. Okay, that is in positive amount, so it is known as income from house property. This is income from house property calculation. Okay, this is answer here. Okay, so here I will show complete. Hope you all understood, ma. I will show completely how actually we did from the beginning. Okay, I will show question, third question and its solution, everything. Let us check it once. And here I should show in this part income from other heads calculation also. I will show that also. Okay, after showing that I will discuss with you. I will show complete solution. Okay, so here I will discuss with you now that what in the same question they have mentioned income from other sources information also, that the owner is collecting some service charges from the tenants and is providing some services. Okay, they mentioned like that. So that is what income from other sources. See how to calculate income from other sources or other heads, both are same. Income from other heads or other sources, both are same. So let us calculate that also. That is also part of solution only. Whenever they mention that, you should calculate that also, ma. Okay, this is also part of your solution, students. If they don't mention regarding those details, you need not to calculate that. But here they mentioned in this question. So we should write that also. Income from other heads. What is income from other heads? He is collecting some extra charges. See here. Second line. 10,500 rent he is collecting and 2,000 per month towards service charges. He is collecting service charges also, ma. Okay, how much he is collecting as service charges? If you see, he is collecting service charges 2,000 rupees. Okay, 2,000 you can see. 2,000 towards service charges. So extra charges he is collecting from the tenants. He is receiving 2,000 rupees per month. So for 12 months, how much he is receiving? 2,000 into 12. Okay. And what services he is providing, ma? They have given in fifth line, you can see. Lift maintenance 6,200, water charges 2,000. These two are extra services he is providing to the tenants. Okay, so for that purpose, how much he is incurring as expenses? Lift, for maintaining lift he is paying 6,200. Owner is incurring. He is providing service to the tenants. That is why he is collecting from tenants 2,000 per month. And for providing that service, he also has to incur some expenditure, no? So how much he is incurring for lift maintenance? 6,200, water charges 2,000. Total 8,200 rupees he is paying to others, to outsiders, for giving these services to the tenants. Okay, so we should deduct these two from the income whatever he is receiving from the tenants. How much he is receiving? 2,000 per month, no? So let us write that first. Service amount received from tenants for services. So he said that he will provide some services, and how much amount he is collecting from tenants? 2,000 into 2,000 rupees per month. So we should take it for 1 year. 2,000 into 12. So okay. So how much he is taking? 24,000. 2,000 into 12. How much we will get, ma? 24,000. So he is collecting 24,000 from tenants, students, and he is collecting that much of amount. How much he is incurring then for giving that services? Less. We should deduct. Okay, less expenses incurred. For providing that service, how many expenses he is incurring? You can write expenses incurred. Okay, so how much expenses he is incurring here? He is incurring two expenses. One is lift maintenance, charges. Okay, how much he is incurring for that? lift maintenance, let us check it. For lift maintenance 6200, water charges 2000 ma. Okay, 6200. Next, second one, water charges. He is paying for water also. Okay, because he is providing that services and he is incurring some expenses. Water charges. How much? Check it. Water charges 2000 rupees. You can see here in fifth line 2000. Okay, so let us write that also. 2000. Okay, now let us deduct that. If we deduct, we will get one value. 24,000 minus 6,200 minus 2,000. So how much you will get? 15,800. You will get 15,800. Okay, that is known as income from other sources. Income from other heads. $15,800. Okay, this is income from other heads. That is actually is a income that he is getting out of these services. Okay, so 15,800 he is getting as income, students, out of income from other sources. Okay, amount received and whatever actually here there I have mentioned, all are that service amount that he is receiving from tenants, and he is incurring some expenses towards services. So how much he is incurring as service expenses? Two amounts, lift maintenance charges as well as water charges. Okay, these two he is incurring, so he is paying. That is why he is collecting 2000 rupees for every month from tenants, and whatever how much amount he is collecting, 24,000, and the expenses whatever actually he is incurring, that we deducted 6,200 and 2,000 rupees. So income from other heads is how much? 15,800. This is what is the income from other heads for him. Okay, so that is taxable under the head income from other heads for him. This is the calculation that we need to do for that information. This is also part of your solution. Let me show one by one what actually you have to do for this question. First, this is a question. After reading question, you should gather the information and you should record in information box. This is a information box. Okay, after that, after writing the details whatever we need, after writing that, let us move to format. This is a format. You have to do calculation here. Okay, after writing information, this is the next thing that you have to do. So after writing all this, but first one is gross annual value, and we don't have gross annual value in the question. That is why what we are going to do, we are going to calculate it. Okay, under this you have to calculate it, or in the next page. Okay, after this you have to calculate. So what you have to calculate? Calculation of GAV. This portion should be there under that format. Okay, so you have to calculate GAV here, then you will go to previous one, this box, and you will enter all the details, you will find out. But in this problem they have given extra information regarding income from other heads. So you should do last, after GAV calculation, after this you should write this also, income from other heads. Okay, income from other heads information. How much he is collecting from tenants? 24,000 rupees for 1 year. Okay, and what are the expenses he is incurring towards that service? Two expenses, we deducted those two. 15,800 we are getting, that is income from other heads. Okay, that is also taxable from the income tax point of view. Okay, so this is how you are going to do your solution. Hope this is clear, students. So any doubts you can mention in the comment section, I will explain, ma. In case of any doubts, you can mention in the comment section, I will explain, I will clear your doubts. Now I discussed with you 3 problems. Okay, any doubts, if you have any doubts, you can mention in the comment section. Check whether you have any doubts, you mention, I will reply for that. I will wait for some time. So if you want, I will show from first question onwards everything, all the slides I will display. Meanwhile, I will display all the slides from the first solution onwards. Okay, so that you will understand, and for taking also it will be easy for you. Okay, so this is what I discussed with you at the beginning. I will show, I will just make a slideshow so that you will understand. This is what I discussed with you first. Okay, there are 2 types of houses, let out and self-occupied house, and we started problems of let out houses, and I explained the format. Okay, this is a format of let out house. You should take it first. Whenever you start income from house property, you should take it and you should learn it. Okay, so if you learn this format, it will become very easy for you. So this is a format, and after this we took question. This is first question that we discussed today. Okay, I discussed with you this question first. This is a first question, and after that we took information of first question. So information whatever we need to take from first question we took here. Then this is a solution, first question solution. This one is solution of first question. This is a solution of first question, students. Okay, so while copying it will become easy for you if it is like that. That is why I made a slideshow is given. And here for first solution you need to calculate GAV. So GAV calculation also is given under this, after this. So this is a GAV calculation. Next, after this second question also we discussed, students. Second one we discussed. This is second question. Next, this is a second solution information part. And this is second solution format part. Here we calculated income from house property. One by one you have to do solution like this only. Okay, first question, next information, then this is a format, then working notes. Working notes where we are going to do that under this only, under this information, this box. Okay, computation of income from house property, this format. Under that, next we will do GAV calculation part. Okay, so this is second question, GAV calculation part. So you have to do one by one like this in your solution also. I am showing everything so that it will become easy for you to copy also. Next, this is the third question that we discussed. This is third one. That is what I discussed with you. Okay. We took information for third question. This is the information that we took for third question. We just taken the information from the question and we have written here first. And this is a calculation, income from house property calculation. Okay, after taking information, this is a portion that we have to do. And this is a calculation of GAV part. We should take under that format. And this is third problem, GAV calculation. Okay. So today I explained completely 3 problems, students, and you can take as it is solution whatever I discussed with you. Okay, and for third solution there is one more calculation also, income from other source, income from other heads calculation. Okay, this is also part of your third solution. So after that GAV calculation you should show this. Okay. So this is what actually I discussed with you. So today I want to end up this live class, and we will have live class again soon. So I will intimate you. You can join for the other live class. Okay. Thank you all for watching this class. Hope you understood. If you understand, like this video, share this and subscribe the channel. Thank you. అది పోస్ట్